I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my workbench, and welcome to the final part of this 4-part series on the history of flight in Canada. This is the second box and features the last 10 coins. We have looked at the first 5. We're going to look at the final 5 to complete the set, but let's go have a look at the COAs to see which aircraft are featured on these coins. I cannot match the COA to the coin because there's no pictures in here, though I do recognize some of them by the design. First one is the Canadair CL215. Then we have the Canadair CT114 Tudor, the Snowbirds. We saw that one last week. I was able to identify this one. The Avro Canada CF105 Arrow. This is another one I'll be able to identify. It'll be most likely in this week's coins. The de Havilland Canada DHC1 Chipmunk. The de Havilland Canada DHC6 Twin Otter, the Fleet 80 Canuck, the Avro Canada CF100 Canuck, the Canadair F86 Sabre, the Golden Hawks, the Canadair CP107 Argus, and finally the de Havilland Canada DHC 8-8. So let's have a look at these coins here. Here is one of the modern aircraft here. I can't make out what is written on the corner there. The text is very small, even off camera. These are modern jets, 1997. The next one here, we have a float plane. Again, it nominal value of $20. Sterling silver with 24 karat gold plated. Let's look at the next one. The next one that we have here is another float plane. This is the famous Canadian water bomber. You see them putting out forest fires. You can see the forest fire in the background with all of the smoke coming up. Very, very cool. 1998. Here is Canada's Avro CF105. I recognize this one. Very iconic aircraft. Unfortunately, the project was scrapped, and I think only 5 were ever made, and they were all destroyed. And at the time, they were the world's most advanced fighters in the world. They outflew and outmaneuvered any existing fighter, but due to a change of government, I believe it was, there was a change of party, and of course, one party, when they get elected, like to cancel policies from the previous party, and so this project was scrapped. Unfortunately, Canada could have been at the forefront of fighter plane technology. The final one over here is you have a little airplane. Looks like it's doing acrobatics. And this one is dated 1995. So let's put the 1995s on either end over here, and let's order these guys properly. 1997, 1999, 1998, and 1996. There we go. So now we have the 95s on either end, the 96s, 97s, 98s, and 99s. Well, I hope you enjoyed this series. I do have another series, but it is not aircraft. I'll see if I can find them. I don't think I have them in a similar metal box, but if I don't do that, if I don't continue the series next week with those coins, well, we'll bring out some other coins for you or banknotes for you to have a look at. I hope you enjoyed this 4-part series. If you did, I always appreciate a comment down below, and I'll see you next week for another Friday Fast 5. Thanks for watching.